Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Recently, I uploaded a video explaining the whole entire scaling that deals with heroic spirits, divine spirits, and more. But now it's finally time to talk about one heroic spirit, the poster girl of the entire Fate franchise, the King of Knights Artoria Pendragon. With the introduction of the one and only Artoria to the YouTube channel, I thought it would be insanely interesting to compare her to some of the most big name characters, being Saitama, Goku, and Superman. Again, this is just to name a few, just to get the point across. She is a character who is heavily underestimated, and people don't really know how powerful she is. It goes without saying that I have already talked about these three characters, so I'm not going to go over every single one of their abilities and scalings, as we've already talked about that. But before anything else, I don't really need to go over Saber's scaling, as we've already confirmed where she scales due to my previous NASU video. Everything in my NASUverse video explains heroic spirits and how they're recorded through the throne of heroes and all that other bullshit. I'm not going to explain it all again because I don't want to recreate the whole entire video. So you can go ahead and watch it. That's literally why I made that video. In order for you guys to grasp a better picture of Artoria, I need to go over some more minor stuff that has to do with her scaling, even though I've already scaled her through the throne of heroes. But I want to make this a point as because I'm still talking about Artoria, and I do find this information to be quite important. So bear with me as you try to understand this information I'm about to present. At this point, it's beyond obvious that heroic spirits are based on mythological entities or concepts, brought to reality by an omnipotent wishing device which is commonly known as the Holy Grail. A huge problem with scaling the Fate series, or moreover why Saber would absolutely one-tap the fuck out of Superman, Goku, and Saitama, is because servants in Fate are heavily restricted in what they are allowed to do when they are summoned to fight in the Holy Grail War. Not mainly because of their power, but because of the effects that they have on the planet. The power is heavily limited to a level you wouldn't see in a typical run-of-the-mill fighting anime. Let me explain this so you guys have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Since we're already talking about Goku this video, let's take Dragon Ball for example, as they have multiple characters that can blow up planets with ease. Goku is strong, there's no debating that, unfortunately. And plus, he could easily blow up the earth with one blast of his Kamehameha if he so wanted to. Same can be said and applied to any character that can easily destroy a planet, including Superman, the true magic gods, and even the absolute beings from solo leveling. The Fate series is different and operates under rules that are not applied in other series with their Earth. Let me further explain this. In Fate, to destroy a planet, you need to have more power than what would it take to destroy a planet, because the planet is protected by the counterforce, which is a higher entity that restricts these over fucking powered servants from impacting its fate. Get it? Fate, because I'm talking about the never mind. I explained this all in my NASUverse video in the full detail and depth. Again, some proof that the counterforce defends the Earth is that we see servants in other forms of media, all media actually, literally being all this shit that I'm showing you on the screen, which also is canon by the way, and that includes the mobile games, the visual novels, every video game, and all anime/movies. So go ahead, you brain dead Dragon Ball tards, get your monkey past the fucking counterforce. You won't be able to do it. You guys are a bunch of fucking bozos. And then we have entities that are able to become larger than the planet itself, and well, yeah. Kiara, you horny little shit. So the same applies to all heroic spirits. In this case, they can easily destroy mountains and fight crazy gods that can easily destroy planets. But of course, the creator of the Fate franchise, NASU, took it a step beyond all of that to make Saber one of the most broken servants in all of fiction. Again, one of, not the most, one of. Now, by no means am I saying Saber's on the level with characters like Featherine, Battler, Kiana, or Joker. What I'm trying to say is that she is just very fucking strong, and she can definitely solo 95% of all animes, given where she scales to and more. But let's talk about the Moon Cell once again, because it is very important as it pertains to Artoria, and I have a lot of key points that go into this later on in the video. Ah yes, BB, we're back again, aren't we? BB is a backup AI program that can basically manipulate reality reality, and way more. The way that BB is able to use her powers is absolutely ridiculous because she absorbed the Moon Cell. The Moon Cell is a supercomputer that is comparable to that of the Holy Grail, which was the all-wishing device that is omnipotent. Don't forget. Once again, if you didn't watch my 35 fucking minute peak video about the Moon Cell, which is a supercomputer that records all things that's ever occurred, it can also manipulate all the laws of physics, view the past and present and future. BB gets all of these abilities by breaking into the last barrier of the Moon Cell, which is 8-dimensional. Goku is like at best 4D, maybe 5D wanked. Superman's probably the same thing as Goku, 4D, maybe 5D. The only 5D arguments I've ever seen is because he tried to interact with like Mr. Pixies or some dumb shit imp or whatever, but he just interacts. He doesn't possess the power. I mean, yeah, there are various storylines that Superman had to deal with the consequences of Mr. Pixies' the fucking name!
Mr. Mixel-Plick?
No! Repeat after me, bright boy. It's Mix. Yes. Spit. Lick.
Anyways, the consequences of his powers, which create situations that seem to give him access to 5th dimensional capabilities. However, this is more about Superman navigating the bizarre effects of the 5th dimensional beings rather than him having the power himself. Anything that lies beyond the 5th dimension would be viewed as fiction, as it's a higher plane of existence, but you guys already knew that because I showed all these clips in the last NASU video. Saber Artoria is summoned by the Moon Cell in order to stop the fighting between Tamamo and Saber Nero. Saber Artoria being in the same realm as the 8th dimensional being BB's low-key kind of insane, but you guys already know that the heroic spirits go way beyond just that. There are multiple examples of the Fate franchise incorporating dimensional theory. The first example of dimensional theory is in Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. If it wasn't obvious enough, NASU researches all servants very thoroughly. Artoria, for example, and even Plato. Yes, Plato is a servant in the Fate multiverse, who made Platonic concepts. You can already see where I'm going with this because everybody likes to use the same argument, so here we go, it's the same thing in Fate. Since Artoria is a heroic spirit, she is recorded through the Throne of Heroes, which is located in the Swirl of the Root. Nothing can truly describe the Swirl of the Root, as it is seen multiple times being referred to as blank, beyond the concepts of time and space and more. Trust me guys, with all this information, it's very important and I will get to this later. It's like kind of like a build-up. Saber was summoned to the Moon Cell with the true purpose of defeating a being known as Safer. Other servants in the Moon Cell like Saber Nero, Archer and Caster Tamamo could barely scratch a godlike being like her. Artoria is on a much higher level. She uses Excalibur to destroy Sepher in multiple timelines. Sepher in her avatar body is also seen as Altria. Altria's main weapon is called the Sword of Mars, and it is a physical embodiment of the concept of cutting. This is very important to know, so remember this for later. But let's talk about something else right now. In Blade Works, there was a servant that Saber fought and his name was Sasaki Kojiro. The dude is way more busted than you guys could possibly realize, but let me explain why and why he is so important to Saber. Sasaki has a very unique way of fighting with his swords that Saber could counter. Sasaki's most notable attack was called Tsubami Gaishi.
So for you, my beautiful sparrow, my ultimate technique. Ah, King Arthur. Tsubame Gaishi.
An attack that literally breaks the rules of reality. This ability allows Sasaki Kojiro to ignore the concepts of space and time entirely. This is because something called the second true magic. Another way to say this is that it's basically called the multi-dimensional refraction phenomenon or kaleidoscope. True magic is different than regular magecraft shown in the series. True magic is only obtained by maguses who have touched the root itself and is beyond all things. While fighting Kojiro, the visual novel describes the attacks from Kojiro as being beyond Saber's ability to literally perceive attacks from the future, which I will get back to very shortly. When Sasuke finally decides to use his true ability, which again is beyond the concept of space and time, Artoria survives 3 slashes from him. Now this attack should have 100% killed her, but she survived somehow, and I'm left wondering how in the fuck did this go unnoticed? It happened and it was shown, so I mean, damn, it happened. It's a feat she has. Okay. I'm stuttering, but it's so fucking cool. Talk about literal god tier speed. Faster than anything Goku or Superman could ever do or comprehend. By the way, this puts Saber at a peak of irrelevant speed with a minimum of immeasurable speed. But we're gonna go with peak irrelevant speed because I said so and I'm right and you are wrong. Also, the facts are right in front of you, so I don't know what else to say. But let's talk about when Saber was not hiding her sword with her mana burst skill. When her sword was hidden, her powers are nerfed. When Saber rematches Kojiro and tries to use the same exact attack again, which then confirms that her body earlier did in fact tank a beyond dimensional attack from cutting through her body. But when she uses her sword without the wind blocking it, it literally outspeeds the attack, which was already shown to be done 3 times, where she perceived it in the future. Remember guys, this is an attack that is beyond the concept of speed, time, and space. So that means that Saber outsped the concept of speed, time, and space. Since we have established that she has unparalleled speed, Goku, Saitama, and Superman cannot hope to even touch her. Can't even touch her titty. But let's talk about some hacks that she has, or abilities that are shown. Unique abilities, if I might add. The first crazy hacks that she has is that she can literally erase anything from existence with the swing of her sword, including any and all concepts. Oh yeah, sorry, this also includes beings that embody concepts. For example, we are referring to the demon pillars that are from the Fate Grand Order series, which are living concepts. Since she is of the Saber class, she is inherently given precognition. She has magic resistance A, basically a stat saying that her magic resistance is beyond fucking crack. She has unparalleled defense with Avalon. Avalon is a higher dimensional noble phantasm that was described as having the capability of blocking virtually anything up to the 6th dimension. Considering all attacks that these fucking bozos have are all physical traits, nothing is touching her because of Avalon. I mean, it's not like they could keep up with her speed anyways. More importantly, nothing that is below 6 dimensions could even touch her when she's at full power. She has the ability to survive and dodge attacks that control and manipulate causality. She can erase concepts on the 8th dimensional level. Excalibur is her main attack, but the power output is different depending on the situation. The attack is beyond powerful and can be compared to Aya, plus she could fire off multiple shots if she ever chose to do so. At Excalibur's most peak output of power, it can be scaled to high outer and attack potency due to being able to kill and defeat Sephar, who I did talk about earlier. The scaling of this comes from the Moon Cell and Extala, which are all that stuff that I did talk about before and I talked about in my NASU video. Goku, mainly being a physical fighter, would never ever be able to touch her, never even lay a hand on her. Yes, Goku has way better hand-to-hand combat, but that shit does not matter in the slightest. Goku's ability to also use Hakai is basically pointless as it cannot kill immortal beings, stated by Beerus himself. If you guys don't already know, Saber is immortal due to the fact that she, again, is up in Avalon. Sorry, not Avalon, that she has Avalon, and she just simply outscales Goku in every single possible way. Like, what is Goku gonna do? Use instant transmission on her? Okay, yeah, right. Oh, use a spirit bomb to kill Artoria? No. I don't need to say anything about this bald-headed fuck over here. Bro gets one-tapped by Saber. Saitama's time travel is beyond irrelevant as she is recorded through the Throne of Heroes and has type 5A causality. Saitama ain't shit when it's compared to a heroic spirit, and there is no way in hell he would ever touch Artoria. So stop wanking this bald fuck. He is weak as shit! His god is weak. Bring in his god, man. I'll make a video about that. You know what? Shit, bro. I'll work on that in one of my next videos too when I upload. Yo, One-Punch-Man God, bro. Your ass is chewed, dog. Superman, just like the other two fodder characters, we get absolutely one-tapped by Excalibur. Remember, Excalibur has existence erasure, and this would absolutely kill them as she is leagues above them in scaling and, well, yeah, just power in general. Funny enough, Superman is still pretty weak to magic, and guess what, douchebags? Excalibur is considered a magical attack. Artoria is way stronger than people give her credit for, and she without a doubt solos these 3 fucktards and their verses. The fact that she has irrelevant speed, a noble phantasm that blocks any attack from parallel worlds, physical attacks, and more is insane. Her Excalibur can erase anything from existence, being concepts, or even that dildo you got hidden away in that room of yours, you fucking gremlins. Artoria is very powerful and solos, again, 95% of all anime characters. Given the fact that Artoria's got like basically unlimited mana supply because she can always regenerate her like from souls if she really wanted to, or the fact that she has insane precognition given her 6th sense due to her being a Saber class is just insane. Plus, I already talked about it earlier how she could dodge attacks from the future and perceive them. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, guys. I mean, Artoria is fucking cracked. I love the Fate series, and no, I'm not biased whatsoever. Like I understand Goku's powerful, right? I understand Superman's powerful as well. Saitama, not so much. I am more lenient towards Superman and Goku, absolutely. I am not 100% full bias, but in this case, Artoria absolutely fucking crucifies these fuckers. There's nothing they can do. Like I said before earlier in the video, Goku and Superman are probably 4D, 5D at best, maybe 60 if you want to wank it, but like, again, that's where they're scaled to. And again, if Avalon really prevents anything from me from being past 6 dimensions or even attacking her, yeah, there's nothing they can do. There's no way to even contact her. Sorry, make contact with her. That just excludes fucking Saitama. Like, what the fuck? This dude's like, what, city level at best or some shit? I don't know. Regardless, though, if I missed anything with Artoria, leave it down in the comments. I didn't even get to talk about Rangomini yet either. Her lance. Oh my god. Have you seen Mommy Artoria? Like, adult Mommy Artoria? Anyways, guys, Saber solos these fucking bozos. I got nothing more to say. Hope you guys enjoyed my very first Heroic Spirit video, and hopefully more to come. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.